Hey, welcome back everyone to Divinity Original Sin, Part 3. Reswell and Gork playing this game that's been out for about a month. And at this point, I gotta level up my character. I think Gork already did his.
Yep.
Alright. Want intelligence or speed? I think character's fast enough at this point. Let's go with intelligence for now. And as far as abilities, I needed to work on that lore master, correct? What is lore master for again?
Identifying item.
Alright, so it'll save us money. I take it that you can have a NPC and identify stuff for you for money?
I think so.
Okay, so when we left off, so we're following these drunk guys, correct?
Yep, or rather, they're supposed to be escorting us, but really. Oh.
They seem to be kind of accosting my character, actually. He's hovering around me.
I just sent you a wooden fire staff.
Okay, let me check that out real quick. Much better. Can I use it? Yeah. Alright. Maybe it'll be a little bit more effective on those barrels that won't explode with one hit.
Orcs! Bloody orcs! Come, let's go back to the bridge. Let the source hunt
saving
big brutes.
Yay!
Alright, see you later, guys.
Cowards.
Yeah.
Whoop! Hello.
Charge! Kill the unbelievers!
Kill the unbelievers.
Where's the good guys? They're not here yet, are they?
No. They're over there.
I'm too far away to use my grease.
Like the movie? Blow up that barrel. The oil barrel right next to him.
How big is the radius? I guess the grease isn't that big. Alright.
Probably about the same.
Bigger than the
And then
grease.
there's that.
Yeah. Your
That's
turn.
where they are. Wow, they're tearing up that. Holy crap. I thought it took like an army to take one of those down. That dude just took them all by himself.
Well, they got 3 guys all surrounding him, don't they? They all look invisible. Is it because they're far away? Do you see that?
Which one?
Those guys that took out that orc over there. That orc trooper.
Yeah, I was watching it. It auto went to them, and I can't do anything.
Well, I'm wondering what that invisible effect is. Is that just because they're far away? Because all these characters
Or, I
kinda
don't know.
They look kind of transparent.
Yeah, they're all like invisible. Well, transparent, yes. These guys seem to be able to take orc invasions pretty well.
That's just one, isn't it? Yeah, target's invisible.
Weird. Oh yeah, they just became visible again. That's weird.
I don't get how he can be invisible when there's 2 guys right there fighting him straight in front of him.
It's the ethereal realm.
Did you see that? Those orcs
Walk
had a
through the
human
flames.
commander.
How very curious. And how very disquieting.
How very disquieting.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor. Taken before his time.
It's got nothing.
The spoils of war are rather
Lacking?
trashy.
Trashy, lacking.
Avert your gaze and I'll handle this threat.
Oh, I can't board the ship. We could sail the world.
I think. Oh, jeez. Can't resize this window, get a little bit more out of the way.
Filthy beasts. I'll kill the last one of
Oh well. Did you find anything good?
I got a few potions, that's about it. And an orc horn, which is apparently an ingredient. That's about it. Just orc horns.
Alrighty. Done with this area.
bringing your little
It's offensive with this poor loot.
bringing a wolf to a hen house.
It's terrible. What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel.
Circular.
Ah, but I see we suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Cecile. You are as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Aru, at your service. It was I who requested your presence here in this troubled city. You see, I'm sure Source is tangled into the murder of Councillor Jake, but Captain Aureus, commander of the Legion in Cecile, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. Considering Councillor Jake's murder, why are you convinced sorcery was used? It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel it in my very whiskers that foul magic was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'll bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. You can find it in the King Crab Inn, by the way. The scene of the crime, I mean. The Legion has it under guard. The orcs we dispatched, they were led by a human. A human, you say? Truly. But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I've heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate evil with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a little strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It would be wise not to dismiss such a curious event out of hand. From what I've seen and heard, this isn't the first time you've had problems with marauding orcs. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in the city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the West Beach, where most orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure out what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. They're after some fictitious pirate treasure. Of fools. What exactly is the trouble you're having with the undead? Ah, the undead. Well, they're Cecile's main threat, aren't they? They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now, and for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job of keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without any magic-infused ballista, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work. But who are they, and where do they hide? Alas, searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. I'll take my leave. I'm glad we met, Source Hunter, and I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs. But do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beaver with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Cecile. I wish you luck, Hunter. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sorcery, sex, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
I really wish the text above their heads when we were having a conversation with them would stay up there longer on the screen.
I know.
I don't understand that.
It'd make things...
Yeah.
It'd make it a lot easier.
Maybe it's a setting or something, because you have to follow along down in the chat box, and then you got these orcs and over here talking. It gets confusing.
Yeah, it just muddles up all the conversation.
Maybe it's a setting. I'll check it out later, in between the next video. Alright, Bush. Let's go. Where are we headed?
Hold on, I'm stealing things. 9 Inch Nails?
Come on, men, put your backs into it.
I gotta make sure I don't grab buckets and stuff that are red, like when I
Like
caused
this
the
one?
whole tavern to attack us.
Yeah.
Because I clicked something
And we
on
ended up
accident.
having to fight everything.
I will try not to do that again.
Greeting.
No guarantees, though.
Alright, let's see here. See what he has to say. Tell me about yourself. Or not. Tell me about Cecile. Okay, roofs of elegant homes burned for fuel, oaken cupboards emptied, and ladies dragging the dregs of their great skirts to bargain for fish bones. What a great economy. Let's see. Stay behind.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I got the foulest of them.
This guy doesn't really know anything.
Maybe we should just go straight to this Arius chap.
Bye.
Oh wait, before we do that, I do want to do this first.
We need more help or she's
Alright.
lost. We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
Water scroll. Yes, we do. Wet. We're all wet.
Everybody's wet.
It doesn't affect my flaming staff.
It's like, screw you. I refuse to get wet.
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies, skeletons. You know the story.
These guys have a very important part to play here in a moment.
Greeting. Ever heard about the time the captain took
Our home, our livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do not but lock on.
better to us? And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the
How about that burning ship? That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd been around when our barge went down in flames. What happened here? These bleeding orcs. I can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. About finding work. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though. I'll take my leave. So we gotta find a job for these guys, and I know the perfect place.
Lead on.
Oh, this guy's got stuff that he can buy and sell.
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies. Greetings.
Yep, Conrad here has a few items of note. Let's see, I already have battering ram.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess?
I already have teleportation.
Oh, knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back. Can I help you?
Not very many skill books. But he does have some robes and stuff, so I'll just sell a few items and then be done with it.
Yeah, I'll do most of the buying and selling. Excuse me. Most of the buying and selling and inventory management, stuff like that, in between episodes. I'll just sell that staff that I was using
Yeah.
before.
addressing a love note to the lizard counselor's wife.
Once you're finished with him.
Bye. Is that Bertie?
Yep.
Can I help ya?
Oh yeah, you gotta move the... You gotta make the money equal sign thing. Caught me off guard the first time.
The scales. Otherwise, you'd just be giving him stuff.
Farewell.
Okay. That's good enough.
Here, have some free stuff.
Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir.
We're such great adventurers. We do
Well,
not need your
free
gold.
fish.
We will just hand over the stuff.
Legionnaire really thinks that orc each other. Loves it.
So, where's this dude?
Ah. I don't know, we haven't done too much past this point.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I got the
But up
foulest
here,
lot of my
we
race.
have a bridge! And a legionnaire.
So, this has
It's a pretty cool looking fountain.
the main quest stuff that's going on, but also lots of side quests, I take it.
Oh yeah,
Different paths.
there was
you
an
can
old
choose.
dude somewhere around here. There's an old dude in this area that has a very important thing to tell us. Oh, it's a nice little area. Yes, this place just screams poor economy. Oh, here he is. Right here.
Greetings.
Oh, how nice of it is to you, the very picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day, whiled away on his hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you, O sapling rose, O leaf of spring, for my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations. About this assistance, you would listen to my grievances, guide me toward untroubled realms? You truly are a wonder, O budding flower of the morn. I think this guy's hitting on me. Yet that which I would tell of you is a rather private nature, so let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny. Hot spiced wine and snug little room await us on the king crab's first floor. Let us go there so that we may warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like so depressing. Is this the tavern right here, or?
I think the tavern, maybe this one down here.
Ooh! Oh! 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 Oh!
What's going on?
I see a teleporter stone. The pyramids from Divine Divinity.
Very tempting.
Those things just teleport you randomly.
Beckoning us to break in. Are you sure we want to break in and be bad guys?
Hey, I'm a knight. We do whatever it takes.
That doesn't make any sense. Knight's supposed to be chivalrous.
Shh. Don't
Noble.
argue. Oh, no, can't be picked. What a waste.
The walks away defeated.
Sad rock.
Not in the mood for cheese.
Oh, this guy. I wanted you to talk to him. You there, a moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero of the whole Sicily is a buzz about. The talk of town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed. I'll take my leave. I'm not the talker in this group. Talk to my knight buddy.
Ah, you return and humble me with your presence. Such a pleasure, nay, honor. About that opportunity you mentioned. Oh, it is not merely an opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become, well, better. To become full extent of the promise that is locked inside each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure? Well, of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
I say. Oh, we're both bold apparently. See
Bold
here,
pose.
you and I share the same passion. I've never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path, the rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense, am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you wish sometimes you could earn, a little bit more? Well, can't say that I haven't.
I can't say that I have. I'm content with what I have.
Ha ha! Don't quite about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring, and riches are so very alluring. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes, am I right? All those orders, investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss? There is no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
True enough. We serve a just cause, so why wouldn't we follow our orders?
Oh, come now. I refuse to believe such a uniquely skilled individual would settle for a puppet's role. Life's too short to spend it doing somebody else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream, enact the change you deserve. And what exactly am I doing here? Why, fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it! Tell me more about the Fabulous Five. Ah! How I do enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers guild in Rivellon. Our mission? To better the world. Our mantra? To better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you do. And you can, of course. If you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. If not, how about we get started? So what is it that the members of the Fabulous Five actually do? Ha! What a gem of a question! Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade, most meritorious of you. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward. Wait, doesn't this sound like we're actually following somebody else's orders even though he said we're calling our own shots? It doesn't make any sense now. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful? By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat. Work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself, you will better Rivellon, you will make the stars shine all the brighter, and you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like? Well, I'd like to enlist. Of course. And all you have to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap! You're part of the family. All I need is your lovely little autograph. What do you say? Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold. Yes, count me in.
Why not? And me, may all the riches in the world be ours.
Marvelous! Magnificent! But what am I saying? Fabulous is the word. You may not realize it, but your fortunes, your very life is about to change for the better. So let us not dilly-dally. To business! Your first assignment is ready and waiting if you're ready and willing. About the assignment, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric, scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith and all that. Not fabulous 5 material him. His experimental weapons may keep a couple of skeletons away from the city, but many of his other research has failed. Malfunctioned with tragic consequences. One of them was a big lumbering apparatus, a frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead by the dozens, piloted as it was by a trained legionnaire. But can you guess what happened? Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed north towards a network of caves. Now ask yourself, what if it comes back? It could smash the city walls and claim 100 lives before being subdued. Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous Five, the braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast. Go, my friend, find this wizard's abomination, and claim your just reward from Major Sissel in the mate of a hollowed guild. Easy money. I've met some sailors looking for a job. Perhaps they could join the fellowship. You found new recruits already. Efficient, proactive. I like that. Send them to me and I'll sign them up, and of course, since they're your recruits, you get a share of every assignment they complete. Isn't that just fabulous? You're not worried about the undead out and about? They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the Fabulous Five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench souls from cold dead rocks, or from cold dead, full stop. I'll take my leave.
Man, I'm glad you're reading all this stuff because this chat system is impossible. It's like the only way that I can actually see what he's saying and what's going on is by listening to you. Crazy.
Yes.
Greetings.
Oh, well. Oh ho ho, Mador, you jumpy lummox! Navel the beak, she says. 1,000 pardons, comrade. When you've been bashing skulls as long as this old bear, it's easy to mistake every nudge and jostle for a deadly grasp of source psychopolis. Now, how about a proper introduction? But let's keep our voices down now, shall we? One could never tell where the enemy has lain its eyes and ears. What do you mean by the enemy? Hell's spells, comrade, keep your voice down. Do you want every Thaddeus Rich and Herald to know our private business? Any one of these shifty-eyed drunkards could be our spy. Now then, I'll explain. Like you, I'm here to sniff out and annihilate the source threat. A source hunter in spirit, and deed if no longer by title. Medora's the name. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side. The order retired this little old lady to a sleepy town a little bit north of here, but no rocking chair could keep a born and bred source hunter from such a flagrant infestation of dark magic. A counselor murdered? Medora for one won't rest until this fiend is caught. On that subject, I'd like someone to cover my back. What with source demons lurking under every loose full-blood in this city, and it goes without saying that you could use another stout heart and experienced sword by your side. So you'd like to join this party? Well, you know the old expression, 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. With our key training combined, we'll be able to face any of the myriad monstrosities that are bound to confront us. What say you? A fantastic plan. Together we'll annihilate every speck of source from this captive city.
Marvelous indeed. Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit! Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every sorcerer in 100-mile radius shaking his wee boots. So we have another party member.
And apparently she's just a real badass warrior, correct?
Not as badass as me. Okay, well, she's mostly the tank, and I'm like an off-tank with healing abilities. We got the Duke of Farrell here. A lot
This
of
cat
talking
doesn't
so
like me.
far.
Attitude -5? Come on. I'm a cat person.
Greeting. Bye.
Looks like I didn't give him any
Aw.
vittles.
Purring sound. Mind control vibrations, I'm sure. Don't be seduced, comrades.
Nice. Okay, is there anything we need to do in here?
Yeah, this is where the murderer is and the old man by the fire.
We got about enough time for one more of those lengthy conversations or a battle.
Well, there's this guy right here.
Greeting.
Greetings, traveler, and may the immaculate conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you heard the revelation? What revelation do you mean exactly? You mean you haven't heard? Ah, what fortunate that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has yet been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forward. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a great span, more than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye. Tell me more about this conduit. She came from on high to we mortals, and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that inquiry and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in the service of the goddess. What do you mean by the one way? Ah, for this hallowed information you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silver Glen, where all may be revealed. There among her followers and friends dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way. Yeah, and he goes into a bit of a loop. Well, go on the path of the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
Bye.
Well, oh, a history of the 7 gods. Can you turn him one way real quick?
What's that?
Can you, like, turn him the other way? I want to turn. Never mind, I got him.
And he went up against the wall. We'll have to try it later. It's gone pretty long now.
No,
We're gonna
I got
have
it. Hold on. It was a book.
Oh, I thought you were gonna try and
A short history of the 7 gods. Oh, I'm not gonna read all this. This is quite long.
You can read it next time or just summarize it next time, but we gotta end this one. So, yeah.
We'll probably go to
Leave
the
it off right
bartender,
here at the
sell a
bar.
few things. Yeah.
Let's do that off camera. So, this has been Razulum.
And Gork Pick.
We'll see you in episode 4. Later.